Trish DeLorenzo, and I'm coming to you from UBU Color Salon, located in the heart of the Soho District in South Tampa, Florida. I've been a stylist here for 6 years, and I love growing with my salon team. Together, we have evolved into one of the top salons in the Tampa Bay area, which I'm so proud to be a part of. We are Redken focused salon and primarily Redken color, and I love using it. I specialize in it. I'm now color certified, and it's just part of my life now. I'm so thrilled. There are 3 main reasons why I want to be part of the Redken Artist team: the culture, education, and its cutting edge. I love the Redken culture. The vibe to me is the heartbeat of the hair industry, and my roots run deep with this line. My mom is a hairstylist. She and I were formulating Redken Shades EQ formulas back in the 80s. So been using it for a while, love it. And I went to the Salon Professional Academy in 2007 and graduated in 2008. Learned all about Redken there, at least getting my feet wet at that time. And then in 2012, I became a specialist. And then last year, May 2015, I was Redken Color Certified. The education is definitely my favorite aspect of the Redken world. The dedication to excellence is far beyond any brand that I've ever been encountered with. They stay up to the minute with trends, but the principles give you such a great foundation that you can really understand colors and cutting methods and the laws of hair. I love all the education on redkenpro.com. We get a lot of classes. We're fortunate enough to get a lot of classes here in the Tampa Bay area, which I've taken 15 in the last 2. And I enjoy classes at the Exchange as well. I love how Redken is so cutting edge with the products and the packaging. They have the look and the feel of what people want to buy. I admired the ingenious product development. They really listen to what our clients need and what we need as stylists to get the look accomplished. And that Redken always stays on the forefront of all the latest styles and hair health. Like from the pH bonder, which has been awesome. It helps keep your hair at its optimum while you're lifting and doing other things color-wise. And then the Beach Envy Volume Texturizer, like that's been awesome. I love the fill-accent that they have put in there to help plump up that cuticle and get that beachy look that you're looking for. And I love the Frizz Dismiss line, especially here in Florida. Girls fight frizz all the time, so it's been such a blessing. So anyways, Redken, I love you. Thank you for watching my video, and I hope that you enjoy everything that I'm about to show you. Stephanie and I talked thoroughly about her hair, such as products she's tried, her curl patterns, her struggles, and her likes. Most of my curly guests have tried everything, a million products, lots of different routines. So for Stephanie, she just wanted some fun pieces in her curls to dance on each other. I started in the back with light tension and used the large side of the comb as to not disturb the curl. I did not use any point cuts, but I chose to use clean, blunt ends to lessen the chance of any frizz. I try to take zigzaggy kind of partings where necessary, since curly hair doesn't grow out straight, and it helps to have the curl pattern come out the way it was intended to. I use the talking and walking technique as far as how I moved the shears, taking triangle sections as I was cutting. The elevation here is at 90. In certain places, I would hold it at 45, such as in the back and some of the sides. But on top, some of them were 90 and some were um, in different areas, different elevations to mimic the wildness of her hair, which she embraces and I absolutely love. Recommended take home would be the Genius Wash Conditioning Cleanser for unrolling hair and Shatterproof. I have the colors mixed here. Color Fusion 2N with 20 volume for her zone 1 area. For zone 2, I have Color Fusion 2N with 30 volume in some of her mid areas. I am also applying highlight and foil and balayage. In her balayage, I'm using in the back, starting with Flash Lift and 20 volume, and in her foils up to 7 with 10 volume. As I move to the sides and front of the head, I will increase the volumes for my lighteners so that way everything has time to catch up. In between her sections, I'm taking an inch parting. So applying some color at her root and a little bit in her mid, and then right above that doing a foil and then balayaging pieces of light in her hair, grabbing curls as I go. This is a great way to add more depth than just your typical balayage. So you can add a little bit more lightness and get a little bit more lift and closer to the root as well. So she has a lot of hair. It is abundant. So that way, I feel like I need to put a little extra in there. Stephanie is a natural level 3 with 15% gray. So we just chose to use 2N because she wanted to be a little darker than her natural. So we really loved this shade that we chose. She didn't have enough gray for the Cover Fusion line. I also chose up to 7 and Flash Lift because my end result, I don't want to be super warm as I'm trying to get a kind of muted rose gold that's not too warm at the end result. So, and I wanted a little bit of speed, but I didn't want it to be too fast. So that's why I went with a lower volume in the back. And of course, I'll increase as I go and work up the head. When I apply my balayage, I like to stand to the side so that way I can get the good strokes onto the hair shaft, and of course use my Redken paddle board to get the ends thoroughly saturated. I also like to use cotton where needed in between sections and plastic wrap. Or I got the new, also, since this video, the Redken strips that are made for balayage, which are really awesome, but I didn't have at the time of this video. But I like to separate their hair because I feel like I have a little more control. But I've seen stylists, even through our really top educators, not even use them all the time. So it just really depends on preference also. But I like to use them. When applying her zone 1, I like to take 1/4 inch sections just to make sure that we saturate the root and cover any of those grays that she may have. So important. Something I definitely want to mention is when I am grabbing the curls to place in a foil, I'm literally trying to grab curls that come straight out the head. That is basically my weave. I'm not taking it super as thick as her curls, but trying to still be able to see through it, you know, like a newspaper in my foil, but thick enough that you can tell that I'm grabbing curls and it doesn't get lost in the hair. So as I grab a section of hair to balayage, I am putting a little bit of color in between the V, if you will, of the highlight placement. So that way I can get a little depth in between my light. I'm not applying her zone 2 all the way to her ends, so that way we can keep some of her ends a little bit lighter, and the glaze will pick up on some of that and cast a shadow whenever she steps into the sun. This is a virgin hair application. I did a strand test on her a day or two prior to see how well she lifted. At first I thought she would be a better candidate for the Blonde Dimensions, since it's a little more conditioning. But her hair didn't seem to want to lift too quickly, and it was in a very warm state. So this is why we chose the different lighteners that we chose. Making sure to get all the ends saturated, flipping it over where needed. I'd also like to mention when working long hours behind the chair, if you don't have proper posture, that you can seriously hurt yourself. So I do recommend making sure not to hold too much hair above your shoulders, as especially over time it will start to cause many problems. So that's my hot tip for the day. But Stephanie's so gracious that, she will put her head down for you when you need it. Just a few minutes for them to put their head down versus hours behind the chair, moving your body to accommodate them, will really put a lot of wear and tear on yourself. So I'd like to mention that as well. As you can see, I'm working with clean sections. I like to make sure that there's nothing too sloppy. Even when applying the color, I like to make sure that everything is in its place. We're moving to the side of the head now. I just did a couple sections already where we're still at a diagonal. I placed my highlight in a foil, and now I'm doing a little bit of balayage. I love to give pieces of light around the face especially. Sometimes instead of V's, I'll just put a bold piece coming out from the front. So that way it really accents different features, such as here is her eyes. She has great eyes. So we want to enhance that and make sure everyone takes a peep, takes notice. When using the Redken paddle board or any paddle board to finish your ends on your balayage, make sure that you hold it at a 45-degree angle. So that way when you release it, or have to kind of move it around just a tad, you're not going to leave a line on the back of that strand of hair. So that's really important too. And there goes my cotton to make sure that I don't touch anything. Personal preference again. With my plastic wrap. Thank goodness for those Redken strips that just came out. Recommended take home for Stephanie would be the Genius Wash Cleansing Conditioner for unruly hair to use every other shampoo. The other shampoos, all soft shampoo and conditioner, so alternating the two. And then also Diamond Oil Shadowproof Intense would be great to use after every shampoo, either as a leave-in treatment or to rinse out and put other products in. The reason to use the diamond oil is because it's silicone free and it nourishes and strengthens and reinforces hair strands from the inside out. It's great for coarse hair. And the reason why I chose the co-wash for unruly hair is because she works out a lot, but she doesn't want anything too intense. So use the all soft shampoo and conditioner for every other shampoo. And this should be a really good balance for Stephanie's lifestyle and hair. Okay, Stephanie's ready to go. She's going to process for 35 minutes. We're going to shampoo with All Soft, and then we're going to pre-treat her with a chem shot first of All Soft Extreme, and then finish with the fixed phase after 5 minutes. Rinse, and then we are going to do a cat treatment. For 5 minutes. We will then rinse, squeeze out the moisture in her hair, and saturate her hair with Shades EQ formula of 1 ounce of 06 RB with 1.5 ounces of 09 V to create a level 7 on her level 8 hair. So we can see a little bit more of the red brown undertones versus the violet, but it will counteract some of the yellow tones that are in her hair to give a nice kind of muted rose gold color. She's going to be so shiny. After rinsing, we apply the Shot Face Color Extend for color treated hair. Okay, she is ready for styling. We're going to section her into 4 quadrants, and we're going to layer. We're going to use Diamond Oil first, and then we're going to use the Spiral Lock right on top, about maybe almost a quarter size in 1 quadrant, making sure to get her roots as well with all of the product. Layering with Rebel Tame as well after that. So once we get all the product in, the very last product we'll put is the CCC spray. And that's going to help maintain and keep the hair in lock and condition as well. I would have used the Black Label Diamond Oil, but we did not have it at the moment. So I know that's for coarser hair. But I do find that the regular diamond oil is pretty potent, and you have to use it kind of sparingly, but it is a wonderful product, and it can really smooth hair out like no other. As you can see, we're having a lot of fun here. She's such a nut. Layering products can help retain moisture in the hair, so that way the hair stays like moist looking longer, frizz free, and the curls are doing its thing where it wants to be just right in the curl pattern that it was created. So layering is essential for curly hair, and I think she would agree. Okay, we set Stephanie's hair in braids, and we're putting her in her dryer and checking her in about 40 minutes on medium heat. And look at her go with that beautiful muted rose gold color with those hydrated curls. She looks beautiful. Now that I've grabbed all the different curls that I wanted to enhance, we are ready for the color. Isn't she lovely? I feel like it complements her skin tone, eye color, and the season, which is fall. So I hope everyone had a wonderful time viewing the video, and thank you so much for the opportunity to send it in. I hope that everyone has a great day, and thank you very much. Bye.